The whole necropolis area feels like it's still being used today. Don't you think so?
Yes, well, necros means death and polis is city, so it was meant to build like that.
What makes this theater so special?
First of all, this is a typical Hellenistic theater, and in Hellenistic theaters, they don't have those huge stage buildings that would block the view. You have this magnificent view, and here we have the magnificent view of their sacred mountain, Mount Solymos, and the great valley that leads to Antalya.
What a stage! What kind of events took place here?
The theaters originally are always related with Dionysos, the wine god, or Bacchus. Well, you have a temple for Zeus, but what you do, you take a bull and sacrifice the bull. It's not fun to watch. But when you have a Dionysiac group performing here with all the dances and music and orchestrate, it's fun to watch. So the theaters originally comes from these Dionysiac celebrations and rituals.
So what happened between Alcetas and Antigonos?
Well, Alcetas and Antigonos, they were both generals of Alexander the Great, and once they fought together against the same enemy. But when Alexander the Great died, without leaving his kingdom to anyone, all his generals started fighting to each other, and Alcetas and Antigonos were also fighting to each other. Alcetas actually was defeated by Antigonos, and he came and hid here in Termessos. Antigonos came after him and asked from Termessians to deliver his enemy. So Termessians, as I told you, were always very good warriors, but more, they had a pride. So the young population in Termessos disagreed to give Alcetas to Antigonos. But the elderly people said, we just hardly survived from Alexander the Great's conquest, so let's not have another chance and let's give him to Antigonos. They couldn't agree, and the elderly thought of a trick. They dealt with Antigonos and arranged a fake war, and sent the youth from the city as if they were going to fight with Antigonos. In the meantime, Antigonos came to get Alcetas. Alcetas understood the situation and committed suicide, and the elderly people gave his body to Antigonos. When the youth came back to the city, they understood the situation, but it was too late. So they built this wonderful monument to this soldier.
Termessos was great. Thanks for the tour. What's next?
Now we will continue through the Aegean and all the way to north to Pergamon, and then from Troy we will go to Greece.
So we'll be following the footsteps of civilization.
Exactly.